tiwala ko sana sa'yo ang puso ko.
They were best friends for more than 7 years. And Carson secretly liked Dio. Carson wants to confess her feelings, but she's afraid that if she confesses, they might lose their friendship. Carson wants to confess her feelings to Dio, but every timing is a bad timing for her. So one day they decided to go to La Union for mini celebration of Carson's graduation. So Carson agreed to go to La Union so that he could express his feelings for Dio. They went to La Union and Carson did not expect a visitor, which is Dio's old friend, and turns out that girl wants to be Dio's girlfriend. Their second day at La Union, Carson said he wanted to eat bagnet, and he took Dio with him to eat, but Dio didn't want to because his girlfriend is a vegetarian and he didn't want to offend his girlfriend.
Mahalaga sapat na sa'kin, nariyan ka paumanhin.
Carson scolded Dio because he didn't want to eat with her. But Carson promised that she would buy Dio a bagnet so he could eat.
Ikaw ka naman.
Promise?
Ikaw pa ba?
Carson waited for Dio to come home so they could bond as best friends. Dio was surprised because Carson didn't have a bagnet, but he didn't ask about it and just agreed to go drink with Carson.
Mahal kita.
They drank and drank until Carson couldn't take it anymore. He said her feelings to Dio.
Dio, mahal kita.
And she had loved him for 7 years.
Mahal kita, 7 years na.
While Carson was crying for Dio, Dio hugged Carson and kissed her. Carson thought Dio loved her too. But she remembered everything she did for Dio, and Dio only saw that as an act of kindness because Carson is a good friend to him. Carson didn't continue kissing Dio, and Dio also realized what he did, and he left the room where they were drinking to give Carson time to think. The next day, it was their last day at the La Union. Carson said everything she wanted to say to Dio. She realized that Dio couldn't really like her. She's just a best friend to him, and that's all. On their last day at La Union, they needed a singer on the beach. Then Dio remembered that Carson was a singer, so Dio asked if Carson wanted to sing for the band. While Carson was singing, Dio just watched and stared at her. After she finished singing, they sat next to each other and hoped to talk, but they didn't because Dio's girlfriend came. After that, Dio's girlfriend left first so they could talk, and Dio apologized to Carson. And Carson said this.
Diba sorry na sorry, wala ka namang kasalanan. Tsaka di mo naman kasalanan kung hindi mo kumahal.
After that, Carson's mother called because it was almost morning and Carson was still not there. Her mother was worried because Carson might not be able to graduate. So Dio took the phone and told Carson's mother that he will take Carson home. Carson graduated and Dio graduated. They both moved on and continued their friendship.
Cheers!